Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to
evening.
today's
The skies are
match.
clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Good running, strong and purposeful. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vinicius Junior. And that could well leave a mark. Branthwaite kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well read, nice interception. Well, that's an inviting ball. Bellingham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He can run onto that. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. And the shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Mbappe. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Kimmich. Mbappe. Delivery from Mbappe. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Wirtz. Musiala. Hits one! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Bayer Leverkusen have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Pete.
Mbappe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Konate.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Morata. Van Dijk. Forwards and with intent. Some resolute defending there. Musiala. Oh, perfectly measured that. That looks a cracking ball. There's the hit! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again! again in double quick time.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Bayer Leverkusen are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Morata looking to run onto it. Can he finish? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Passing is crisp and sharp. That's tidy. Bellingham. Well read, and the danger is averted. That's going to go a long way. DiMarco. Kimmich. Rice. Gets a good foot in there.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Hakimi. Oh, can he get onto this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Musiala. That has been cut short. And he's picked out the run. And there's the end of the first half. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Vietnam were desperate for the half-time whistle. A regroup and a rethink is imperative to rescue this.
Staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
So off we go once more.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Well, played right into his path. And here's Morata. Now that's well seen too. Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior. That's Partey. The message is clear, none shall pass. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's a shade optimistic.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's got a goal! And the second half is off to a flyer.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Vietnam get themselves back into contention.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows...
Morata! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do. Vietnam are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Branthwaite spots it and intercepts. Oh, they could break here. Bellingham. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Matheus Cunha. Played back in.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Bellingham. Mbappe.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's heaved it away. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Mbappe. And he was alert to it. Konate. Great hit! Mbappe. Partey. It's Bellingham. Mbappe. And it's Van Dijk. It's Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played with finesse. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Branthwaite. Partey. Branthwaite. Mbappe. Bellingham. Engages and forces him off the ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Reds. Number 42, Musiala. Number 7, Alvaro
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Mbappe.
Vietnam really
Number
might just end
15,
up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Number 4, Bellingham.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely aimed pass. He's been picked up. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Sunset. Great defending, strong and determined. Into the last 5 minutes. Good spot, he's seen the run. He's had a hit! Sunset. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Saliba. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there. Branthwaite cuts out the pass. Sunset
Minutes has been
steps in,
indicated.
and that's the end of that. Martinez! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that is out of play. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable.
Just a quick request today for everybody to
Any
please
reflections
kindly
on what you've
remove
seen,
any
Jim?
cars parked on
Vietnam
the road
desperately
outside the
failing
stadium.
to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And already we're underway here. He's looking for the runner here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
It's a throw-in. Fiddles it through. Nice ball, and the finish! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Rudiger getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Konate spots it and intercepts. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Foden. Bellingham. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. That's a nicely measured pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Mbappe. Konate defending. He's gone for goal! And that is high.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, super find. Bellingham. Partey. Mbappe. Dink through. No, that's been intercepted. Van Dijk. That's Partey. And it's Van Dijk. Shifted it to the flank. Oh, that's nice. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And a header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Matheus Cunha really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Passing nice and neat. Stood up well to him there. Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Vietnam are behind here despite their domination of possession. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Mbappe. He can get that clear. And here's Mbappe. Partey. Passing is crisp and sharp. Saliba gets good distance on it. Hakimi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Looking for options for move. Bellingham! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look,
He rises! Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
oh, that look of disbelief.
Vinicius Junior. And he's picked out the run. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. Foden. Konate cuts out the pass. Partey.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Saliba for Rice. Bayer Leverkusen. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And so we're off again.
Vietnam have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Opts to play it back. Mbappe. And it's Morata. Branthwaite gets across to intercept that. That's a sharp pass. Great ball if he can get there. Mbappe! Rice.
Rice really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
No luck with that dink over the top. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Referee's given a throw. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Bellingham. Can he get away here? Chance! Sticks it away! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Bayer Leverkusen choosing to make the first change. Vietnam get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
And he's there to belt it away. And here's Mbappe. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Bayer Leverkusen are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, that's well spotted. Musiala. Wits. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Substitution on the field. Number 42, Musiala. Coming on the field is number 14, Xavi Simons. Substitution in progress.
Pellegrini. Vietnam perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Mbappe. Wirtz. And that has left him in a heap. Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made.
And the shot! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And the comeback is complete! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. Doesn't he just?
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of the goal. What a display. What a player.
Bayer Leverkusen take the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Floated through. Pass somewhat off target.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Oh, has a goal! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Vietnam clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
So here comes the substitution.
Right. Number 20.
So all square and not for the first time.
Coming on the field.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Xavi Simons, now it's Rodrigo. Mbappe.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Threads one in. Well read, and the danger is averted. Wirtz, Bayer Leverkusen do have a chance to counter here. Konate gets over and intercepts. Lofted upfield. Now he's off and running. Kimmich. Played with finesse. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.